What's up, everybody? I'm David Hain. Welcome to episode number 314 of the A to D From Addict to Disciple podcast. I want to say a big welcome to our new listeners from Egypt. That brings our total up to 81 countries. If you enjoy this podcast, please like, subscribe, follow, and share the link with your friends, no matter where they are in the world. If you'd like to get our curriculum, you can get the paperback or ebook of From Ashes to Destiny on Amazon. Today's episode number 314 is entitled Greatness Requires Greatness. And I got this idea from working with guys in rehabs and trying to establish their recovery. And they had the same sort of questions going around in their minds or asking me. And that was things like, how do I know I'm really making it in recovery? How do I know I'm ready to reintegrate into society or a job or family? And my answer to those doubts, as you're in a controlled environment, establishing your recovery, but not sure you're ready to go on, is simply that. Go for greatness in recovery. And greatness requires greatness. So greatness in recovery and achieving greatness in recovery requires you to consistently embody great thought, great character qualities, and great behavior choices. You got that? Those three things: thoughts, character qualities, and behavior choices. Start working on making each of those great consistently every time. Recovery is not a one and done thing where you can say, I'm clean and sober, and dust your hands off and say, got that? Not. You can't say, this is my achievement, because recovery is a lifelong journey of consistency. We need to be growing in positivity, growing in the aspects of the serenity prayer where we have serenity, courage, and wisdom regarding the things we cannot change, the things we can, and getting out there and doing it. We need to have consistency and discipline, in perseverance and resilience. These really are things that become the new core values of who you are. So what would this look like? How can I check out this situation of greatness and recovery? What signposts can I expect to see on this journey, so to speak? Well, the first signpost I'd put up would say, trust isn't earned, it's given. I know that comes contrary to what a lot of businesses say, where they say trust is earned. But I say trust is not earned, it's given. People get to choose if and when they ever trust you again. Don't make a goal for yourself in recovery to regain lost trust. That's not greatness. That's affirmation seeking on your part. The second signpost I'd put up would say, your reputation isn't given, it is earned. You got the switch here? Your reputation isn't given, it is earned. You've had years or decades of poor choices and actions that wounded others. Your reputation may be that as a drunk, a junkie, a bum, a monster, a rotten person. As people see the past in you, that's your reputation. As they begin to see the new you consistently making good choices and actions that are positive towards others, your reputation will change. So you can earn a new reputation through new behavior over time and consistency. And you don't claim greatness by one act or event. Greatness is not achieved even by 1 year of staying clean and sober and getting your 1 year coin. It's consistency of character that's the key. So again, it's not that I'm clean and sober for a year, it's I'm transformed into a new person in this year, and my character is what's changed. And greatness is not achieved in a comfort zone. Greatness, by definition, means reaching new heights, breaking through barriers that no one thought you were capable of, and not resting on your laurels. Greatness is not, I was the champion in 2025. Greatness is a lifelong, lifetime accomplishment that you'll get to look back on in a decade or so. And greatness requires perseverance. Due to the stigma of addiction, it requires perseverance to be able to push through those obstacles impeding your progress, to be able to decide what to do about the burned bridges, to decide what to do about lost friendships and family. There's lots of stuff that you need to persevere through. And any of these could result in relapse. So question yourself, do you have the grit to persevere to greatness? And one final thought on how to recognize greatness is great people inspire others. They uplift others. They motivate others. They're also held to a higher standard. So are you ready for that spotlight? Are you ready for the spotlight where people are looking to you for motivation and inspiration and encouragement? And they're also watching to make sure you're walking the walk, not just talking the talk. Great people can handle that spotlight. So that's a question for you to ask yourself. And I want to ask you, are you ready for your greatness? Do you want greatness in recovery? If so, here's 6 things you can do. Number 1, start today. Start this week. Don't postpone it. Don't say, okay, I'll put it off till next year. Start today. And ask yourself, what's your first step? How do I take this step toward greatness in recovery? Well, I gave you some ideas already, so you can begin to put those in play and go back and re-listen to the podcast. And I also want to encourage you to make that decision, because that's a huge first step. And we can also begin a self-inventory, a searching, fearless, honest inventory of our strengths and our weaknesses, our assets and our liabilities. And I take you through that exercise in the From Ashes to Destiny curriculum. So if you need help in that area or you're not sure what it is, you can drop me a message. Number 4, who will walk with you? If you're going to make this journey towards greatness, do you have peer support? Do you have a mentor? Do you have people that you can be open and transparent with? Number 5, set greatness targets to aim for. Inner qualities that you want that would let you know you're great. You've made that transformation. What character traits do you want? What values do you want as your core values? How can you know you're walking the walk? And number 6, surround yourself with greatness. Seek out people to learn from. Chase them like you chased your necktie or the dealer. I hope this podcast episode has been an inspiration to you, but also informative on how do we get to that point of knowing we're making it in this recovery. And for me, the answer is in this episode with greatness. But I'd like to close with 2 quotes which bring out one aspect I didn't cover. The first is by Martin Luther King Jr. He said, "Not everybody can be famous, but everybody can be great, because greatness is determined by service." So one part of your self-inventory can be, are you serving other people more than you're focused on yourself? Because that's what great people do. And the last quote is by Bob Marley, who said, "The greatness of a man is not how much wealth he acquires, but in his integrity and his ability to affect those around him positively." Again, think of your self-inventory. Where do you stand on integrity? Are you affecting those around you positively? I think these are two great ideas as we end this episode on greatness requires greatness. Thanks for listening to this episode of the A2D From Addict to Disciple podcast. If you'd like to contact me, you can message me on the link in this podcast or by email at david@a2d@gmail.com, or go to my website, www.from2d.org, and click on the contact page. Keep listening to future podcast episodes, and as always, stay safe and stay resilient.